We got another bonus episode of Weird AF News, and there's a cat licking my tricep.
Oh, yeah.
Sexy. I'm at the home of Mr. Andy Southern, who's a very funny comedian friend of mine, and he's going to be the featured comedian on this bonus episode of Weird AF News. Andy, please say hello to the fans of Weird AF News who listen to these bonus episodes.
Hey, guys. Thank you for listening to the bonus episode. Those are the good episodes.
Andy has been so gracious enough to give me some Tennessee whiskey.
Yeah, it's not the good stuff. It's
We're broke-ass comedians. Of course we don't have the good stuff.
Yeah,
but one day.
One day. That's how you know you made it, is when you're buying mid to top shelf.
Sure. I'd go for some mid stuff, for sure. No, we got the low shelf, but we got some high-quality ice. And,
listen, this ice is great. I got it from the Ralph's, from the ice section.
Ooh, that's top shelf ice right there.
Yeah, that's where you get the good ice.
Literally, you get it from the top shelf at a freezer in Ralph's.
It was. I had to reach. It's frozen Fiji water, I think.
And it's frozen Fiji water.
It's good for you.
And then we also have Coca-Cola in there to keep us highly caffeinated. Andy, thank you so much for doing the Weird AF News bonus episodes. How this works is, I'll say some...
Yeah.
I'll get into some weird stories, and then you can kind of just riff on it and tell me how you feel about it.
I like that. I feel a lot of things, so I think...
You feel a lot of things?
I feel a lot of things about a lot of things.
You mean you have an opinion about a lot of things?
Well...
Or do you just...
I just feel about it.
You're a sentient being
Yeah.
that feels all the time.
All the time. I
That's
can't stop.
That's perfect. You're a perfect candidate to weigh in on weird stories.
Exactly.
I need someone who feels...
Yeah, no opinions, though, but I'll feel a lot about it.
No opinions.
Yeah.
Okay, how do you feel about this, Andy?
I'm ready.
Naked woman climbs on top of St. Patrick Cathedral statue, sits,
Oh, wow.
stands, and stretches for 4 hours. This is in Fort Worth, Texas, which apparently there's a I thought when I read the title, this is New York City, St. Patrick
It definitely
Cathedral.
sounded like, I thought it was like New Orleans. I don't know.
Maybe there's a St. Patrick Cathedral in all the major cities, but this is Fort Worth, Texas. A naked woman climbed a statue on the roof of St. Ignatius.
Oh, wow. That's a good roof.
Outside St. Patrick Cathedral, and stayed there until she was rescued 4 hours later. Look at that photo. It looks like
She is nude.
Wow, she's totally nude. And she's so pleased to be on top of the damn thing.
Oh, well, this is her moment. She was like, I am as holy as you can get.
And she's looking down to the crowd like, take my picture, everybody. And look at the police.
She was definitely on drugs. She's got to be.
She's got to be. Look at all the...
Flocka.
Look at the authorities. They're not pleased at all. They're not even looking.
They don't want to touch her.
They don't even want to...
And
they want
you
no
can
part
tell
of this.
they're like, we're going to have to grab her down from there.
They're like, this is going to be a lot of paperwork.
Yeah, I can just see...
So,
phone calls coming in.
A police spokesman is quoted as saying, it may have been a mental crisis situation.
Oh, you think, Copper?
You think? And looking at the photo, probably a mental crisis situation.
That's good police work.
The woman, who the police have yet to identify publicly, climbed on the statue in the morning. Numerous law enforcement officers responded to try and help get her down safely. Negotiators tried to keep her calm, go in there and get her off the building.
Which negotiator specializes in getting naked women off of statues at 8 a.m.?
He's like, I got this, man. I got this. They're like,
We're going to have to bring in this special guy.
Listen, man, you've gotten a few cats down from trees. You can't handle this lady. What are you talking about? No. We studied this in school.
Listen, a pussy's a pussy. They're all the same.
Hey, this is just like that time I talked that naked man into climbing down off the Ferris wheel. No problem. This is I got
bet
this.
you that is the same guy, because you know that happened in Fort Worth. It had to.
Yeah. Oh, sure. You're sure. So apparently the south end of downtown Fort Worth was shut down, but school was in session at St. Patrick's School during the incident.
During the incident?
The kids must have seen this crazy-ass naked lady on top of the building.
That was probably like the first sexual awakening for like 90 kids all at once.
Sure. Do you think some of them thought like, oh my God, is it a naked angel?
I hope so. These deluded Fort Worth kids.
Amazing. That's the most exciting thing that's happened at the St. Patrick's School in who knows how long, for sure.
I know how long.
For sure.
Its entire existence.
Yeah, its entire existence, definitely. Several hours...
Was this a Catholic school, too?
Of course.
It must have been.
Several hours in, many onlookers had gathered to watch the bizarre scene.
Naturally.
Eventually, as the heat intensified from the early morning sun, the woman seemed to lose her balance, and police caught her from inside their cherry picker.
So they were just sitting there waiting for her to fall?
I guess they were waiting for her to finish up her twerking.
Like, Let her have her moment. She's having fun.
She's doing her thing.
Every second we deal with this shit. We don't have to be getting shot at.
She's got her phone in her hand. She's like, I'm not coming down till I get 400 likes. 400 likes.
What if she live streamed that shit? That would have been so good. She would have been an instant celebrity.
For sure. She might have been an instant celebrity the way that it is now. I mean, look at her.
I mean, she is very visible. Very visible.
There's something in her hand, huh? I can't see what it is.
Is it a gun?
Oh, let me see. Let's
zoom in. I'm sure this is going to work.
Oh, I can't zoom in.
You don't. Just zoom in with your heart.
I can't zoom. Oh, it looks like.
It must
no,
be
that's
phone.
her fingers. I guess that's her fingers. Look at me. I'm like.
Jonesy just put his fingers on the laptop screen and tried to pinch zoom. This is an ancient MacBook. You don't have that.
This MacBook just laughed at me. Silly. You think you can pinch zoom my screen, you dumbass?
Fuck you for touching my screen and expecting results.
I didn't say I was tech savvy, Andy. I didn't say anything of the sort.
This is what I'm learning.
Oh man,
it's a nice cherry picker that the cops have there.
Yeah, this is lovely. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Some people know what they want out of life. They just want to.
Continue.
Yeah, they say to themselves, you know what? Although I didn't achieve my confirmation, I really feel still close to the church, and I want to express that.
This is her
by stripping down on top of the statue that's on top of the roof of the St. Patrick's.
This is her version of a baptism. She's born again.
She's totally born again. Oh shit! I mean, yeah, for sure.
And this happened at 8 a.m. So she woke up early. She could have gone to work, but instead she was like, I know how I need to start this day off.
Andy, you think this woman has a job?
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a great point.
I mean, maybe she did. Maybe she's a local stripper.
Anymore.
Local stripper. Or whatever job she had doesn't anymore.
That would be great marketing if you're a stripper.
Hey, this is good marketing if you're a stripper.
Yeah, because imagine people would come. Let's go see the woman who stripped in front of God.
Yeah, and if she's like, oh, if you enjoyed the show on top of the cathedral, come to the Players Club tonight.
Come to the Players Club.
I'll be there. I'm at 10 p.m. I'll be there. If I can get out of prison in time, I'll be there 10 p.m. to 2.
If one of you guys will post my bail, I'll give you a lap dance for half off.
Please post my bail.
Please post. That's what she was shouting. Please
That's
post
amazing.
My bail.
Fucking love it.
Dude, I love her. She's something I aspire to.
I love when people I say this all the time on the podcast, but when people kind of make a buffoonery out of religion, I'm always like, oh, man.
Yeah, it makes it fun.
All right, let's go around the world here. This is a story out of Russia. Pyramids of shame target Russian debtors. A utilities company in the Russian city of Samara is using giant talking pyramids to shame residents.
Wait.
Yeah, talking pyramids.
Wait.
Wow.
This is not what I expected this article to be about.
No, you didn't expect talking pyramids?
I thought it was going to be about ancient pyramids with very shameful pictures on them that were discovered.
How could you not just expect talking pyramids to be a thing in the world?
This is literally like an Illuminati-looking pyramid.
It does look like Illuminati, doesn't it?
This would be at the altar of an Illuminati ceremony.
Sure. They stole this from a Masonic temple.
But it shouts at people?
So, a utilities company is using giant talking pyramids to shame residents who've fallen behind on their bills into paying up. It looks like
it's got way weirder.
Yeah, so apparently they put these pyramids, which weigh more than a ton. They're black.
What?
They're black and yellow. They maneuver them into place outside the debtor's home.
No way.
Yeah.
Wait. This is the most insane story I've ever heard.
Not only are the pyramids adorned with arrows and inscriptions like "A debtor lives here."
This is like the Scarlet Letter. If you don't pay your debts, they place a 1-ton pyramid
in front of your house.
In front of your door.
Yeah. They also broadcast a recording.
It talks.
A recording every 10 minutes of how much the debtor is said to owe. So
the streets of Russia are just filled with screaming pyramids, complaining about not getting their money.
As you walk down the street, you just hear 4513 over here, 6990. This asshole owes 310. 310. Can you believe this fucker?
Except it's in Russian, so it's even more scary.
Yeah, it's even more. Yes.
That was good Russian.
310. I can't do a Russian accent.
I just do
Austrian. That is pyramids. That was a German accent, which is
Das ist a pyramid that talks, yeah.
Yes.
That's just
Russia.
bonkers. So these pyramids are screaming at your door all the time.
And you can't. They're heavy. They're heavy. You can't remove them.
That is absurd.
The public reaction, judging by the comments on social media, has not been very favorable.
I hope so.
with the audio shaming being a particular bugbear.
That had a particular bugbear quality to it.
One woman complained that the pyramids were as much a nuisance to people who paid their bills as to the neighbors who didn't pay the bills.
Yeah, because if you're next door neighbors with
Sure.
that asshole,
Yeah, if you
you
live
gotta
in,
hear how much money your fucking neighbor owes.
awful. If you live in a duplex or it's like an apartment building.
Apartment, what do? Put it in the hallway? There's just a bunch of one-ton pyramids.
Here's a quote from the lady neighbor. It's awful. If they know it will blare on and bother people nearby, why do they have to do it?
Yeah, this sounds like the worst place to live.
You'll be happy to know that the pyramids go silent at night, and at certain hours of the day to comply with noise abatement laws. But there are plans to make them light up during the hours of darkness, though.
Fuck you, Russia.
They're gonna light them up.
They're
neon.
gonna light them up. There's gonna be a light show every night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get all the epileptic citizens of Russia to just die in the streets. This is terrible.
The company denies responsibility that they're targeting the poor.
How could you deny that? You're targeting people who don't have as much money as people who have more money.
They say that they're planning to use the pyramids only near homes that look like the owners can afford to pay up.
Yeah, that makes fucking sense.
So they're putting it outside the people who owe, but according to them, live in a home that appears to send the message that they could pay up if they felt like it.
So if you owe like $400, they drive by with this pyramid and they go, "That looks like he's got $400."
Let me see. You got let me see. What's the car parked in the driveway? Oh, okay.
Oh, what? He's got
Is a lawn mowed?
Is that a balcony? Yeah.
Ooh,
He's got a balcony. Get the pyramid out.
What is that? Is that an in-ground pool right there? What is that? Oh, it's an above-ground pool. Good enough. Good enough.
Roll it right next to the fucking pool.
The main question about this, Andy, is how effective will these pyramids of shame be?
Probably pretty effective.
Now, previous efforts by this utility system to shame debtors included laser projections of the sums owed onto the walls of their houses.
What?
Can you imagine?
Deep state shit.
Yes.
You're sitting at home and there's lasers blaring through your windows and on your walls.
How much you owe?
He owes 10 grand. He owes 10 grand.
They drive by your neighborhood and just get on a megaphone. This asshole in number 13 owes $48, you piece of shit.
I can't believe this is real. That's a real story?
I mean, doesn't this sound like it's from The Onion? Like, this is like...
This sounds like it's from The Onion.
Or it sounds like some real, 1984 Orwellian twisted future.
Yeah, like I knew Russia was bad, but they're this is next level.
This would never fly in the States.
And why pyramids?
Why pyramids? Good question.
So you
Why
can't sleep on them?
You can't sleep on.
I don't know.
So birds, you not a lot of birds can hang out. Only one bird can hang out on this thing.
One bird at a time is shitting on their talking pyramids.
I really don't know why the choice of pyramids.
It just makes it seem like some Illuminati shit. I'm sorry.
Wow, is it that bad? I guess it is. I guess.
How much money do these people owe? Imagine if they did that with student debt here.
Oh my God! So if they did that with student debt here, there would be a pyramid outside of my door.
There'd be a pyramid inside my door. There'd be several pyramids.
I do not want the amount I owe blared to the neighborhood. No. That's for damn sure. You never get it. You never get laid.
I would definitely not get. Oh yeah, you're trying to fucking. You bring a girl home. You're like, oh yeah, let's do this. He owes $100,000.
It's like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna go home.
I'm good.
There's a neon amount of money just blasted on the side
You're
of your
just
fucking
cock-blocking everybody.
Your bedroom wall.
Yeah, let's.
85 G's for student loans.
I want to marry you. He's $85,000 in debt. Don't do it.
This is amazing.
A robot pyramid.
Fucking unbelievable.
Oh
Unbelievable.
This
right?
is a real story.
It's fucking amazing. You know, I wish I had. I mean, I didn't cover this story during the regular, on the regular podcast. That was. I didn't realize how good.
That was one of the most amazing stories I've ever read.
The title's very.
It's very misleading.
Misleading. I didn't think it was anything interesting.
Pyramids of Shame. I thought pyramid was like a metaphor.
Yeah, I thought so as well.
Like it was maybe about pyramid schemes or something.
Yeah, like a Ponzi pyramid scheme or some shit.
It was not.
Okay, another story from around the world. An Australian teenager's thumb was amputated and replaced with a toe after bungled surgery.
Wait.
So they put a toe on instead of the...
After bungled. So this was an accident?
It was an accident. It sounds to me like they were going to put a thumb on, but they put
two big bowls, one with thumbs and one with toes?
Yeah, probably. Sure. As you can imagine, you would.
Halfway through sewing around, he probably realized it was like, let's just hope nobody notices.
So it's an intern, right? And the doctor's doing it, and the doctor just turns to the intern and goes, thumb, please. And then the intern's like, okay, which one? Well, these look like thumbs. But wait a minute,
which was the thumb?
These do too. Oh, jeez, I don't fuck this up. That's definitely a pinky. Definitely a pinky. Not giving him that one.
Not doing the pinky. Not again.
Let me smell it. I can't tell. Thumb or toe? Jeez, you think it'd smell worse if it was a toe. Oh, it doesn't smell bad. Must be a thumb.
It smelled like a thumb to you.
What the fuck? Well, let's see if that's what happened. So an Australian teenager's dream of becoming a professional cricket player was shattered. Come on.
That'd be so traumatic.
I know.
He was getting a new thumb attached. Yeah. It was probably already over. What? It's the big toe on his hand that's going to ruin it. That probably increases.
By the way, and don't sell yourself so short. If you got just because you have a toe thumb doesn't mean you can't excel at cricket. Okay.
Yeah, there are cricket players who are amputees, probably.
Probably, I'd imagine.
You fucking complain about a functional toe thumb?
Yeah, sure. Who knows? You might have a competitive advantage. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, that's true. Let's see if the toe thumb works. That's the question.
So the dreams of this professional cricket player were shattered after doctors at a hospital near Melbourne bungled a routine surgery for her. It's a lady. Her injured thumb.
Oh, it's a lady, too.
Brittany Thomas, age 17.
Wait. Routine surgery.
Yeah.
I imagine amputating a thumb is not routine.
Maybe in Australia it is with all that crazy shit going on down there.
That's just snake bites on the thumb?
Yeah, there's fucking serpents and alligators and dinosaurs running around. I mean,
like, how is it, like, I imagine that she was, like, getting, like, a bone set. How do they go to set a bone and then go, we need to cut this whole thing off and sew a toe to it?
Good question. Primitive medical service is my guess.
Doctor comes in.
She went in for a fractured thumb, so the thing isn't even fully broken. It's just a fractured thumb.
So how does that turn into amputating your thumb?
It should have been a routine surgery.
It should have been.
A week later, she went back to the hospital in excruciating pain, and doctors discovered the tissue around her thumb had died after a tourniquet was left in place after the operation.
Wow.
Surgeons then replaced her dead thumb with her big toe and removed part of her hip to replace the bone in her foot. Oh, so this was done on purpose.
This was done on purpose to fix their screw-up, which was that they somehow left a tourniquet, I guess, on the inside of her thumb?
Ridiculous. After the surgery, Thomas was not able to bend her thumb and could not hold a cricket bat properly.
No.
It's a sad story, Andy.
They really needed something to connect this.
She also missed so much school because of this thumb toe that she had to drop out of school.
Because of her thumb toe.
Oh my God, this is a shocking case of systematic failure in regional hospitals, they say.
We failed her on many different places.
Apparently, around Australia, routine injuries are leading to serious illnesses and deaths. What's going on down there?
Spoiler alert, this is probably happening everywhere.
Wow.
Do they have a picture of the thumb though? Or the
Let's see.
The thumb thumb.
Oh no, I don't have internet connection. I'd imagine you can close your eyes and imagine what that would look like.
Trust me, I can imagine it with my eyes open.
What's the lesson here? You don't get anything done in Australia.
I was about to Google it on my computer. I'm just gonna leave it.
Yeah,
just Google thumb though.
Don't.
Why do I keep saying though? Thumb. Thumb toe.
We know what you mean, man. We know what you mean.
I said thumb though.
Your toe thumb.
Times.
The toe thumb's stinky. Very firm grip though.
Yeah, very firm grip with her stinky thumb though. I can't. It's
Such a power.
it's fucking bottom shelf whiskey.
It's doing it. I'd imagine there'd be certain instances where your toe thumb would be too powerful. For instance, if you're gonna flip a coin, the thing would go 27 miles.
You fucking kick it.
Don't let Brittany flip the coin, man. Last time it landed in 2 fields over there. We couldn't find it. What, guys? Let me flip the coin. You know how good I am at flipping coins.
Come on.
Too powerful, Brittany. Too powerful. You can't control the strength of your toe thumb.
Now imagine if
your thumb toe.
Imagine your thumb toe.
Did it too.
So that would be like a thumb attached to a toe, which is a non-existent thing.
It exists in your mind, Andy.
What would happen if you fingered somebody with your toe thumb? Would that feel better or worse? More surface area, I imagine.
Yeah. I don't know. We'd have to ask some people.
Well, we'd have to first get a toe thumb.
We should do it.
A person willing to get fingered, I guess.
Yeah, and then willing to fill out a questionnaire afterward.
Oh, well, if they're in that deep, they'll fill out the questionnaire.
Yeah. Maybe we could put out a questionnaire to the listeners of the Weird AF News bonus track today. How many of you would prefer to get fingered by a toe rather than a thumb? Who would be into such a thing?
Yeah, we need to know. I need to know the numbers on this. I'm running a study.
And he's taking data.
I'm collecting data to sell to Cambridge Analytica.
This might be a sad story, but let's do it anyways. A school puts the desk of a student with special needs in the bathroom.
Oh, no.
This is in Washington.
Is this a retrospective piece about my childhood?
Poor Andy's desk was put into the bathroom. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. This is a middle school boy with special needs is furious that his desk was moved to the bathroom. Look at the photo. Look at the picture.
Sad. He's not just sad, he looks pissed.
He's not pleased at all.
He's in the desk, staring in the mirror in the bathroom at himself like, what the fuck am I
Wow,
doing?
his chair's right under the sink. People, like, his desk is blocking the paper towel machine, so people are reaching over him to get their dripping hands going over him.
You're trying to take a test and you've got somebody's drippy, disgusting hands coming over?
Yeah, you're trying to concentrate and the toilet's flushing. This is just cruel. It wasn't a prank. It was the school's doing. Lucas has autism. He does his best in a quiet place because of the autism. Like, he wants quiet.
Yeah.
This was their solution to a quiet place.
Everyone loves that quiet sounds of the flushing of toilets.
Yeah, and the electric dryer.
Yeah, and people are just shitting all over that place.
The mother talked it over with the teacher and then brought the 11-year-old to the middle school. The teacher's solution was the solitude of the bathroom, and the boy's desk was over a toilet. Sad.
What? Wait.
The student
that hit me late.
The kid is quoted as saying, "I was like, how is this happening? How am I in the bathroom? Why?
I would have
Why?
said the same thing. You're an autistic kid with an autoimmune disorder, and you get to school and they're like, we fixed all your problems, Timmy. Here's a disgusting desk in a bathroom.
In the toilet."
I'd say the same thing. I'd be like, what the fuck is going on? What is happening?
The teacher also gave him a camping mat to nap on the bathroom floor.
What?
Come on.
Where did this happen again?
Bellingham, Washington? What the hell?
Washington. I thought that was a progressive state.
You would think?
Well, they're very progressive, I guess. Nobody's on this cutting edge.
Yeah, this is a particular forward-thinking treatment for autism.
You underestimate how clean a bathroom floor is for a child with an autoimmune disorder.
With an autoimmune disorder, being as close to a bathroom floor is probably the best thing for you, right? Totally clean.
I feel this is tragic. This is tragic.
And the mother didn't do shit. Look at the mother. The mother asked if there was any other options, and the teacher said no. And that was it.
And you're like, well,
I guess there's no other options.
This is the best solution.
Yeah. It's unbelievable.
What the
Unbelievable.
fuck?
It smelled, and just the thought of my son working his school day away in a bathroom was disturbing to me.
What the fuck is going on?
She immediately took Lucas home and said he doesn't want to go back to school. No shit.
I wouldn't either.
Oh yeah, we'll just put him in the bathroom. Perfect space. That's not okay. You don't do that, said Lucas.
Dude, Lucas is the only reasonable person in this entire school district.
Poor kid.
Jesus Christ.
The school says we've received a complaint, and we are continuing to investigate. Yeah, this is what.
They said they've taken immediate steps to remove the desk. The desk has been removed from the bathroom.
We want you to know that we've taken steps to take the student's chair out of the toilet.
And he says, and I want to ensure that this space is not used as a learning space. So, everybody, it's cool.
Yeah, could you please not use the urinal as a learning space?
We're no longer teaching in the bathroom,
Yeah.
so why are you complaining?
We took the students' lunch out of the urinal where it was being kept cool over ice.
Yeah.
And we want you to know we'll never do that again. We've told the rest of the students this is not a place to spend your afternoon.
If I was this kid, I would I don't know, do some horrible act in retaliation. This is terrible.
This is like, and then
You'll never forget that. 20 years from now, he's going to remember the time he had his desk put in the bathroom.
How much therapy?
Well,
Is there enough for this poor soul?
there is not enough.
There's not enough.
They better pay this kid. If I was this kid, I'd sue the shit out of them.
You could sue the shit. And by the way, it's just another story. You know, I've covered many of these stories. I'm not even surprised anymore. Teachers, we are hiring dumbass teachers in this country. Dumb asses. They're so terrible.
Yeah, well, they're just not getting paid enough to give a shit, I guess.
All the smart people in our culture are not teaching. That's for damn sure.
Well, yeah, they're in politics.
Yeah, that's exactly what's going on. They're into politics.
Oh, yeah.
Yakasha.
I'm Instagramming this out now, so this is real marketing.
Oh, is it really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We're so blurry, though. Is
Yeah,
that real?
it's out of focus.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah, this is Android, so you can't expect much.
That's for the listeners.
That's some ASMR right there.
This is me. This is how I spend my Friday nights.
Listen, this is the best way to do it.
Agreed. So a Northeast man is in court, Andy.
North, just the general direction?
Just the general direction. So have you been to the Northeast before?
I've been to the Northeast.
Yeah, sure. The Northeast of Van Nuys.
Yeah. I've been northeast of Van Nuys, Canoga Park. Yeah.
So this guy's from probably that area, I'd imagine. Right?
I'd imagine.
I mean, the article knows where we are geographically.
It just tells you exactly what direction he is from where you are. It changes the title.
That's right. No. So other people that may read the same article might read this as a Southwest man.
This is like a southeastern sort of man.
A Northeast man is in court for farting while bent over during a strip search.
Oh, well, that's just aggressive.
A man has been ordered to carry out unpaid work after he farted at police during a strip search, telling them, "How do you like that?"
Okay. Now I think he earned it. I thought it was like just he slipped by accident.
Oh, you thought it was an accident?
Yeah,
So
he cracked a rat.
So they got him on the GoPro farting and going, "How do you like that?"
That shows intent.
Yeah, that shows intent, right? And now he's picking up.
But what is the charge there?
Okay, I'll bet you the article says this. So a disgruntled Stuart Cook deliberately broke wind 3 times during the search after being caught with cannabis.
Oh. Well, he was just trying to clear the smell.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. That's his plan to get away.
They won't smell it if I cover up with the smell of shit.
Yeah, the smell of shit will overpower the smell of cannabis, and they won't find it.
It's true.
The sniffing dog arrived, and he's like, "I'm going to give this dog some shit to smell."
This dog is going to be very confused.
So officers approached him and smelled the cannabis. That's when Cook became irate. He was handcuffed.
Irate?
He began shouting at the officers. A search was carried out on his vehicle and his person, and a small amount of cannabis was discovered.
So they were like, "We need to strip this guy."
Cook continues to act in the same way as he was driven to the Kitty Brewster police station. Kitty Brewster.
Wait. The Kitty Brewster? Is that the name of the town?
Apparently, Kitty Brewster.
That's the saddest town name I've ever heard.
Is that northeast of here?
I guess it's northeast of here. You've never been to Kitty Brewster?
I've never.
Great people.
Sounds lovely.
World famous.
A lot of people breaking wind over there.
Yeah.
Kitty Brewster.
They have this famous grilled chicken recipe where they cook the chicken and then take a huge fart on it. It's great.
So Cook screamed expletives and puffed out his chest towards the officers, according to the court.
Character?
At the station, he was strip searched and told to bend over.
Oh, well, so...
What happened next?
Farted on them, too.
According to the police report, he deliberately farted in the direction of the officer 3 times, stating, "How do you like that?" 3 times.
3 times. Well, he had to get that hat trick.
It doesn't say. All it says was he's ordered to carry out 75 hours of unpaid work.
75 hours?
Yeah.
Good God.
So okay,
It's a real shame.
It looks like it seems to me he didn't get prosecuted for the cannabis, just prosecuted for the fart action.
There was just so he would have gotten off scot-free if it weren't for his farting.
Yeah, see, hold it in, guys. Hold it in. This is a good lesson for you.
I was hoping learning a lot from this one.
You are, yeah. I was hoping we could read the actual name of the charge.
Yeah. Well, so you got to imagine it was like.
What do you think? Assault?
Assaulted an officer.
Assaulting an officer.
It must have been like there's some sort of like charge for like people who are like going crazy, right? What's the word for that?
Unruly behavior. Failure to cooperate.
Not cooperate. Resisting arrest.
Is farting count as resisting arrest?
Resisting a search, I guess. You wouldn't let them search his ass because every time they got close, he just farted. He's like, the smoke screen is working.
This is outstanding. I fucking love it so much.
Unreal. I like that. I haven't even read the picture of this article, or the name of this article. It's just a picture of a spring.
Okay.
It's terrifying.
A woman in China uses a metal spring as birth control.
Okay, never mind.
She uses metal springs as birth control, and guess what? Gets pregnant with the 4th child. Wow, genius.
Wait, how many... That seems like the worst metal object to use. Why not use something that's straight?
It's the worst anything to use. Why would you think it's got holes in it? How's that going to work?
Yeah, let me put this bendy, twisty metal spring in there.
How's that going to stop the intrusion of sperm? I don't understand it.
I'm very disturbed.
Maybe she thinks that you keep the spring in there so any dick that goes inside gets bounced out.
They like boing, boing, but I can't penetrate.
They never get pregnant.
It just keeps flying out.
So a woman in South China inserted a metal spring into her hoo-ha, thinking it would work as a birth control device.
What a fucking moron.
The unnamed mother of 3 left the object inside her body for approximately 6 months.
6 months? That definitely poisoned her with something.
Hoping it would act as an IUD, commonly known as the coil, to prevent her from getting pregnant.
What a moron. So she's like, IUDs, people call those coils, so I could just stick a coil in there.
Wow, how dumb.
Well, at least she didn't stuck a coiled up snake in her vagina.
Yeah, that would have been terrible too. Or one of those twisty coils, mosquito repellent candle things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have hurt a little.
Yeah. Citronella coil.
Oh, I love a good citronella coil.
Your pussy smells like mosquito repellent, my dear. Yeah.
Yeah, don't.
The good thing is when I lay down with Sally, the mosquitoes don't bite my cock.
Don't worry, that's just my coil, honey.
What's weird was she told me she would not get pregnant, but she apparently did get pregnant.
So wait, what did it feel like for the guy who was fucking her while she had a metal coil in there?
Well, this guy got hurt twice in this situation. First of all, he hurt his cock.
Yeah, how does that
and
not,
then
like,
he
destroy
impregnated
your
her.
cock?
And then he impregnated her. I mean, just bad news here on both fronts. Right.
Well, and also, you never want to impregnate a girl who thinks she can stick a coil in her vag.
Yeah, I don't want to.
You don't want children with that woman.
Yeah, I don't want anything to do with a lady who puts a spring in her pussy.
No,
for real.
She's gonna have children who put springs in their pussy. I assume.
You want to know how they remove the object?
Oh no!
Can you take a guess?
I imagine pliers were involved.
Ding ding ding!
No way!
Yeah!
No.
Surgeons used a pair of pliers, Andy, to cut the metal spring.
Oh.
Ooh, they couldn't even pull it out. They had
cut it?
They had to cut it into 7 pieces.
7?
Each of which was extracted from the patient's body in an operation that lasted for 40 minutes.
Jesus, that sounds so terrible.
When asked where she found the spring, can you guess, Andy?
Is it from her mattress? No way.
No,
thank God. 'Cause that would be a big spring.
it's worse.
No.
She said she found it on the floor of her workshop.
No, not on the floor. Wait, no.
She found a spring on the floor and was like, you know what, I can put this to use.
What is going on in China?
Shove it in my hoo-ha. She
Okay.
says she picked it up and gave it a good wash, though. She gave it a good wash.
Listen, I
and
know that
inserted
Hong
it.
Kong is an important issue, but we need to address this first. We need to stop women from putting dirty floor metal coils in their vagina.
Do they not have internet over there? How do you not know this is okay?
This is extremely
not
disturbing.
okay. She did it herself about half a year ago. Here's a quote from her. Very, very...
Oh, good, a quote. I want to hear how she talks.
It was greatly unscientific and very unhygienic.
She knew.
No shit. It's very unscientific.
You think it was unscientific?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean
I'm
which
pretty
part?
sure.
The part where you just picked up off the floor, or you just shoved it in your vagina and it didn't work?
Which part is unscientific, lady?
Tell me which part was scientific.
It is not known whether or not the abortion she attempted to have was carried out. Please abort. Please abort.
Please abort that baby. Listen, I'm all for choice, but even if she didn't want it, I would still say she probably should get that thing
Yeah.
taken care of.
The world doesn't need any more spring babies.
No. The spring baby. Oh my god.
If the baby's born in April, it's a double spring baby.
Double spring.
Oh, shit.
Oh, and if that baby was born, I hope they made that joke sometime.
All right. This next article is tech related, and I chose it specifically because I knew you would have a good take on it. And I might be able to learn something from you because I know you.
I got hot tech takes.
Yes. Okay, so deep nudes could change the way that we wank.
I didn't understand half of that. What's a deep nude?
Oh, you didn't know what deep nudes were? I thought you'd know what deep nudes are.
Are they nudes on the deep web?
I thought it was that at first. But apparently, neural networks use algorithms to generate deep fakes that then create imagery based on images they've found beforehand.
Whoa.
Right?
Oh, so facial altering software and animation?
Yes. Algorithms have been used to conjure up fake faces.
I've heard about this.
Yep. So they're accurately replacing one person's face with another, leading to incredibly realistic fake videos.
Yeah, so essentially it tracks everybody who watches porn and doesn't use a VPN while you do it. Your network is collecting the data on the type of porn you're watching and the type of people who are in those pornos. So it has a profile on every single American out there who's ever watched porn. Somebody does, the government, whoever, that says it aggregates all that data automatically all the time, anytime you've ever watched a porn video. And it says these are the types of things that this person is inherently drawn to. Big boob, blonde bimbos, or whatever.
Dressed like nuns.
Example. Yeah. Or if you're specifically into a certain type of porn, or like...
Yeah, I'm into spring vaginas.
Yeah, and they even... spring vaginas. You know, the good stuff. Healthy, scientific. And it'll like... So yeah, this software will... And it tracks the faces in the porn. So if you're like clicking on a bunch of thumbnails with women who have similar looking faces, eventually it will make that connection of the facial structure that you are naturally drawn to, as well as hair color and things like that.
Okay. What also is happening, though, they're making incredibly realistic fake porn videos. There's a whole new category on Pornhub dedicated to falsified content of a plethora of celebrities.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure that's big.
So you can take somebody's face and put them in a porn video, which could lead to all sorts of scandals.
This is a very big problem. Because
Imagine.
There's also a worry of people being framed for crimes this way, where you
Yes,
make a
sure.
video online where it's almost a perfectly faked person's face put onto another person's body. All of a sudden, you've got a video floating around that looks very real of you doing some crazy shit. And they don't really know how to combat this because this is new technology, and these programs are generating this and doing very good work. It's actually terrifying.
Yeah, this is crazy. The article goes on to give a bunch of reasons why deep news could change the way that we jerk off.
I mean, in theory, you could have every single porno, but the women would be, or men would be replaced with your perfect ideal.
Sure. Or like you're like, let's say you... Well, like if you like Salma Hayek.
Yeah,
You like 24-year-old Salma Hayek. She's no longer.
Yeah.
And then of course there's no pornographic material of Salma floating around out there that we know of.
That we know of.
But with this technology, you can make that happen.
Oh yeah.
How do you think she would feel? Is she gonna get residuals?
Yeah,
Residuals for these these porn videos that are made without her
All of a sudden
consent.
they're gonna have to get SAG on the case. They're gonna go in, have to negotiate with the deep fake nude sites.
All right, look, we let you put several of our actors on some of them porns, and we want to cut. All right.
If you use the likeness of a SAG actor,
The ScarJo triple anal video is getting lots of hits, and if you could just give her some of that cash, you know.
that triple anal ScarJo
The
video.
Meryl Streep gangbang video has gone viral, and she's not seeing a penny.
She has not seen a penny from her gangbang video. This is a tragedy.
Very weird.
That's fascinating.
You could seriously fuck with someone's life, man.
Oh yeah, I mean that's the worry.
Let's say some girl did you wrong, and then you were savvy enough tech-wise to put her face. Let's say you have a bunch of videos of your ex.
Oh yeah.
You know, you could take that video, some of those videos of her face, and you could put it on a fucking nasty ass video, and then shoot it out to all her coworkers.
Yeah,
or something.
fucking send it to her employer and shit. You could fuck up a lot of people's lives.
This is nuts, man.
Yeah, this is the one of the instances of technology progressing too fast for us to be able to regulate it. Because this technology is advancing so fast that people don't have time to figure out how to deal with it. They're just like, oh fuck, let's hope that this doesn't really fuck us all.
Yeah, and the decisions in our government at the government level are made by old men who are still passing around CD-ROMs.
They don't even fucking understand what the internet is.
Yeah, they have no clue. Do you hear like when they have like these they give out CD-ROMs and shit?
Meeting, it was terrifying.
Yeah.
When they were interviewing Mark Zuckerberg, they're like, so I went on the Facebook and I couldn't get a video to work. Do you think that means you should owe me money? What the fuck are you talking about? You probably didn't have Java installed. What are you talking about?
I mean, they're so dumb. And so they're not going to be able to regulate this.
Yeah, no way.
No fucking way.
They will not even be able to comprehend this.
No.
You will explain this to them and they will say, nah, that's not real. And
No,
then
they're
you'll
going to
show
be
it
like,
them.
no, that's definitely Meryl Streep getting fucked by 8 black dudes.
And then you're going to show them a video of this is you getting rammed by 2 gay dudes.
Like, I don't remember. Did I do that?
Well, they're going to be like, well, that might be real. I did go to a lot of parties in the 80s.
I was hitting the moonshine that weekend down in the Keys.
Well, to be honest, I don't remember much of the 90s.
Fucking crazy. Crazy for real. Here's another article I chose specifically for you.
Oh, good.
A streamer blames World of Warcraft for not cleaning in 14 years.
I think he's got other problems at play here.
A gamer. You know the gamer lifestyle, Andy.
Oh, yeah, I'm a gamer.
A gamer lived in a room of maggot-infested filth
I
for
used to play
14...
World of Warcraft. No maggots, though.
No maggots? Maggot-infested filth for 14 years before finally cleaning his home. He admitted to slipping back into disgusting habits. He blames World of Warcraft.
Wait, so he didn't clean anything for 14 years?
14 years.
He was like, I'm just going to let this
Here's
go.
a photo of him actually cleaning.
What a sad-looking man.
He exposes the floor he hadn't seen in 14 years.
Wow.
Why is this
and
a
he
story?
was a streamer, too, so he probably had a following.
Twitch streamer Jägermeister. God, I can't even speak. He discovered a decade-old slice of pizza.
Oh, this is disturbing.
Yeah. Moldy sandwiches and a bag crawling with maggots.
A bag crawling
An
with
old
maggots.
bottle of urine from under his desk.
What? How do you get to a place where you're urinating at your desk in your home, and then how do you get to a point where you forget about it?
Yeah. And by the way, why isn't his mom coming in to clean?
Yes. Why isn't she like, hey, that's a pretty old bucket of urine underneath your desk. We should do something about that. There's maggots living on your bed.
Look at that's what his room looked like previously. Look at that piled high rubbish, like you can't even see anything.
This is a very disturbing photo.
How much of the world is living this way, Andy? You've been in the gaming world.
Probably a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a bit of a hoarder, but I'm not like these people.
This is worse than hoarding, man.
Yeah, this is not just hoarding. This is like literally living inside of a dumpster.
Yeah, living inside of a dumpster for sure.
It literally looks like he was just taking all the garbage he had and just throwing it in a pile in the corner of the room.
I can't even. These games are so bananas.
Very immersive.
They're very immersive.
World of Warcraft, I mean, the problem with that game is that in order is that there's not really a cap on your level as far as I can recall. Or if there is, it takes many, like thousands of hours to get there. And all the cooler stuff that you can do in it, you have to put like over 100 hours in. So the people who are into that game are like putting in over 100 hours just to get to a point where they're really into it.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's just like, if you're not achieving much else in your life, it's something that you can always be building up. You know, like
it's a sad thing.
I'm always progressing in that, and it's a chartable progression. I think that's part of it. I think that's why a lot of people are into video games. Is it's good distraction, but also you feel like you're getting something, you're accomplishing something, as opposed to like if you watch a movie or something.
Right, I see, and therefore it keeps you at it.
Yeah, and especially with streaming, where you can make money. You can have an audience, and you can sit there for 12 hours and say, look, I got all the way up to Grandmaster ranking, and I gained 12 new followers, and I also got $10 in donations. Those are all like chartable, progressive things. So you feel like, this is what I need to be focusing on, because this is the area of my life where I'm gaining something.
Now, the World of Warcraft reminds me of a friend of mine back in New York City, a woman, told me a story about how she basically had a boyfriend that she lived with who was very obsessed with World of Warcraft, and it ruined her relationship. She tried to have an intervention with this guy. I mean, it was just out of control.
You can't have an intervention with the World of Warcraft.
And she ended up going to support group. This is where I want to go with the story, because I thought this was fascinating. A support group for women whose boyfriends or husbands were addicted to World of Warcraft. Or actually... Oh, yeah, no, specifically women. It was called Wives of Warcraft. Yeah.
This is real.
This is real. New York? This was in New York, yeah.
That is fascinating.
Yeah. A support group for these women who lost their love affair to this video game.
Dude, I believe it now that you say it. I mean, it's very addicting.
Yeah.
It's the same as any other addiction. These are probably dudes who probably don't drink too much. They probably don't go out that much, so they funnel all of those addictive tendencies.
And then they're not fucking their lady anymore. They're not going to go out anymore.
Because
she's like, let's go to dinner.
The thing in the back of their mind is like, I could be grinding on my character right now.
I could be grinding. Instead of grinding on my lady, I could be grinding on the character.
One is temporary, the other's forever.
We assume that most of these people are men, but I'm sure there's some women that are out of control with this game as well, right?
I'm sure there are. I mean, and there's streaming is one of the few areas. This may be controversial. Streaming is one of the few areas where it's much easier, in certain respects, for a woman. It's easier to get initial viewership because most of the people who watch Twitch streams are horny young men who you can't get women.
I see. So if you're an attractive woman,
so there are a lot of women who are not particularly good gamers. Also often aren't that into the game, but they're attractive and they make money off of just streaming for these men who want their attention. But if you're an attractive woman who's into gaming, then you can make fuck tons of money.
Really?
Yeah, because people are attracted to your stream, one, because you're good at the game and passionate about it, and two, because they think you're hot. So there's a little...
I'm glad we unpacked all of that. This is a nefarious story. A New Jersey man's accused of forcing a woman to pose at gunpoint for an Instagram in a Nazi SSS hat. He's been indicted on 39 charges.
Wait.
Can you figure what out?
Let's unpack this. New Jersey makes sense. He's accused of forcing a woman
to pose.
So he didn't ask her to. He said, "Here is a gun. I am forcing you to put on this Nazi hat.
Right.
Hold this gun. Aim it at me."
No, he has the gun point. He's pointing a gun at her.
Oh, so he's pointing a gun at her and saying, "I'm going to shoot you if you don't take a picture in this Nazi hat."
That's right. Perhaps she's Jewish. I don't know. Let's see how this goes.
How do you... That is...
Ooh, a man with alleged white supremacy leanings. By the way, young guy.
Listen, if he... This is the guy that gives people like us a bad name.
Terrible.
This is my problem, is every like school shooter and white supremacist looks kind of like me.
Listen what he...
what am I supposed to
Things
do?
aren't Andy, what can you do? He's been indicted on 39 counts, criminal counts, including possession of an arsenal of weapons and sending his ex-girlfriend's Jewish employer a photo of the woman wearing a Nazi SS hat. He sent it to her employer?
That's very... Oh, wait. So this is very fucked up.
Of course.
This is very fucked up. So wait. So she has a Jewish employer.
Sure.
So he said, I'm going to get this girl back by forcing her Jewish employer to think that she is a Nazi.
Yes.
It's a bold move from a white supremacist. That is a plan that could only come from a white supremacist's mind.
Yep. The 25-year-old is accused of forcing the victim to wear a Nazi SS hat, taking her photo, and then creating a fake Instagram account in her name and following her Jewish employer. Why?
Why? Wait.
The allegation is that he had sent a photograph of her wearing part of a Nazi uniform, a hat, and some other paraphernalia to her employer, who was of Jewish descent.
That is a very unusual plan.
He's accused of applying pressure on the throat or neck of the victim, blocking the nose and mouth.
What?
He has interest in right-wing death squads, which advocate killings.
Naturally, he has a Nazi hat. Any guy who owns a Nazi hat is probably interested in that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you would think. This is
Which,
so
by
weird.
the way, I want to say I condemn all of the school shooters and all of the Nazis. They're all fucked up, and I don't like that they look like me.
I'm sorry, Andy.
It's okay.
Yeah. You know, their hair is a lot shorter than yours, though.
That's
typically.
true.
Like,
They
you got
can't grow
longer
long
hair. They do close to the scalp. Sometimes the skin.
They do the military cut type of
military style usually seems to be their thing, right?
Fucking pricks.
Well, they don't want to stand out, you know?
That's true. I definitely stand out.
Yeah, you totally stand out.
Although I think the Nazi hat would probably make him stand out.
For sure.
Because you know that he's worn that himself before. Why else does he have it?
He's worn that and jerked off before, for sure.
He's probably jerked off with it. Just wrapped it around his...
He's worn it. He's worn it and jerked off to Hitler's old failed artwork.
They should have accepted you in that art school. Oh.
There's a bunch of sick people in this world, man. I mean, I can't... There's another thing that happens when you do all this weird news. You really feel good about yourself. You know?
I was going to say, you probably... you realize that you're really in the top 10% of human beings.
I never thought that I was until I did
Now,
this.
it's getting to that top 2%. That's the hard part.
I'm never going to make it.
No, none of us are.
I'm never going to make it.
If you're a comedian, you're disqualified.
I do have a ribbon of degeneracy within me.
Don't we all? I'll tell you that Nazis certainly did.
This is a weird one. 2 months after a wedding, frogs divorced to stop the rains in Bhopal.
I stopped the rains down in Bhopal.
I stopped the rain. Are you singing Toto?
Yeah.
I stopped the rains down in Bhopal. There have been reports of people marrying off frogs to appease the rain gods.
Wait.
You never heard of those stories?
So they waited 2 months after the frog wedding to get a divorce.
I don't know.
Why did these frogs get divorced? I must know.
So, but have you heard of frogs being divorced to stop the rains? This happened in Bhopal, in Madhya Pradesh.
Wait, so they married these frogs, so like these rains won't stop. I heard something like a story about if you maybe if you marry frogs, the rain stops, and they did that. It didn't work.
No. So they marry the frogs to appease the rain gods for rainy season to come.
Oh, they wanted it to rain.
But then it must have rained too much.
And then it didn't stop.
So then they do a divorce ceremony for the frogs.
We gotta cut this off.
So how
we
did
gotta
they
unmarry the frogs?
How did they find the 2 frogs that were married?
They probably just saw 2 frogs fucking and were like, "You're man and wife. Come on, Rain."
You guys, we remember you 2. We married you guys 2 months ago. Is that you, Penelope and Jeffrey?
Look, the happy couple.
So the frogs were wedded in July.
Oh, that's a good time to get married.
In a drought area.
Oh.
Okay. And it's the belief that it would please the Lord, Indra.
Where did that belief come from?
And it brings rains to the region. Where did the belief come from? It came from lots of psychedelic beverages.
Yeah, a lot of ayahuasca.
That their ancestors took.
If we marry the frogs, the rains will come.
So they I guess they wed 2 frogs. This is the
Only 2.
This is the strange custom. Yeah, they wed the frogs.
It's
so
not
the
like they wedded a bunch of frogs.
No. And they probably kept them in a cage or something.
I'm sure. Or
So
they
then,
probably put them in a luxurious frog temple.
yeah, they probably got a frog honeymoon, right?
Yeah.
They put them in a villa.
I'd hope.
Yeah, right.
If you're saving the whole village.
Yeah, right. You deserve a little
fucking give them some frog privacy.
Frog room service and shit.
Oh yeah. What do frogs eat? Leaves?
Crickets? I don't know.
I don't fucking know.
It brought rain to the region. Very heavy rain.
Well, I don't know if it brought rain to the region. I think it just happened to rain a lot sometime after they did that.
You don't believe those frogs brought the rain? The frog wedding? Andy?
Well, I'll hold out my judgment.
Yeah, hold out your judgment.
If the rain stopped within 24 hours of them divorcing, then I'll consider it true. I'll just consider it 100% fact.
It rained so much that it broke a 13-year-old record for most rains recorded in the city.
Wow, those frogs must have really loved each other.
48 millimeters of rain in one day. Yeah.
How many inches is that?
I have no idea.
I don't want to do the math.
I don't know what the rest of the
What's
world.
What's a meter stick?
Meters. Stupid.
How many millimeters in a meter stick?
They had to open their big dam to release some of the water. The fucking frog dam.
Oh, wow. They're like, release the dam, the frogs have brought the rain.
So then they had to symbolically divorce the frogs on a Wednesday evening to stop this rain. During the ceremony...
Why did they tell us that it was a Wednesday evening? Why is that important?
I don't know why it's important. We don't even get the frogs' names, but we get the day of the divorce.
I want pictures of the ceremony. I want to see who catered.
Yeah. Who was there?
Yeah, who... Clooney, maybe.
I mean, how many people were like, "Wow, what a shitty wedding it must have been."
It was way too long. Their vows, they never stopped.
Yeah, I mean, this couple clearly can't keep it together. They can't last a month.
They can't, and one of them kept eating crickets. It was very strange.
They really believe in some pretty bizarre shit, huh?
Where is this again? India?
I think so.
Bhopal?
I don't know where this is, man.
It sounds like an Indian city.
Sounds like it to me. Oh, the god, the Hindra, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a Hindu god of rains. This got to be India.
It's got to be.
Yeah.
I got to go to Bhopal, marry some frogs. Well, wait, did it? Oh, yes, we're back on the penis shape.
Carpenter makes a special penis-shaped coffin for womanizers in Ghana.
Okay, so if you're a womanizer, you get buried in a giant dildo, essentially?
Let's see how it works. If you're a man who loves chasing women, when you leave the earth someday, you know you can leave in grand style in your own penis coffin.
In your own... Are you doing the ad for it right here?
Yeah.
In your own penis coffin.
A new image of a penis-shaped coffin is going viral on social media, as it's rare to come across something like that.
It is rare.
Yeah.
That is a bit unusual.
The guy who designed it says the coffin is designed for men who loved women so much that even in the afterlife, they're likely to chase more women.
I don't see how the logic follows. Like,
I don't
I'll chase
either.
more women if I'm buried in a giant penis.
Yeah. What we don't know is if the person willingly chooses to be buried in something like this before their death, or the family chooses it based on their sexual proclivities in life.
That was going to be my follow-up. Because off of the title, I assumed it was like a punishment. Yeah. Like if you were deemed a womanizer by society, they're like, fuck you, we're burying you in a penis.
Yeah, yeah.
But this is...
But then again, how would you see... Who's going to see the penis once it's underground? That's not going to give you any...
have that satisfaction.
Like you will be shamed during the funerary process, but then once it's underground, who can see? It would be more apropos to have your tombstone shaped like a dick.
Penis tombstone.
To show everybody that you were a womanizer.
Cut this part out because I'm going to try to pitch that on Shark Tank.
You're gonna pitch a dick gravestone?
Yeah.
For womanizers?
It'll be called the Dick Tome.
Yeah. You know how sexual offenders, registered sex offenders have to,
Yeah, well, think about it. It's like one of those 2D drawings of a dick.
Yeah.
You put the dates that they lived and died sort of on the balls. Birth year on one ball and then the death year on the other ball.
What the fuck? The article says, imagine you dead, and at your funeral...
Imagine you dead.
You notice your body in something like this, how would you feel?
Wait. Who wrote this?
How do you
would not feel anything because you'd be dead. You begin with the qualifier that you are dead in this
Imagine you're
scenario.
dead and you're at your funeral and you notice your body. What
You
the
sit
hell
up and you're like, wait, my body's in something like a big penis.
Why can't I have a nice regular casket? What is with this penis casket they have me in? This is unacceptable.
Look at this sentence. Imagine
Can we have a do-over?
dead. And
How would you feel?
At your funeral, you notice your body in something like this?
What the
How would you
fuck?
feel?
The article says, I also think it's not just for men, but women who love...
Okay, where are you getting these articles? Because this was not proofread. There's a period just floating on its own on the line above this. Just a period.
You're not supposed to read these. These are for my eyes only.
It's just
So apparently these are not just for men, they're for women who also love dick. Yes. It can also be buried in it, women, and all those women using dildos that have used dildos.
Wait, what the hell is this sentence even say? That if you are a woman who uses a lot of dildos, they'll put you in a big penis too?
Yeah, just to let everybody know what you were into, you know? Now imagine you're dead at your funeral. You notice you're a woman. You notice you're in a giant dildo. How would you feel?
Imagine.
How would you feel
this
about
person wrote this late at night.
This is crazy.
Those were the most unreal sentences I've ever read.
Well, and now I'm going to go to the original article to show you what it looks like. Here we go.
Oh, they got pictures of the penis. Oh, wow. That's much more detailed than I thought it would be.
Right, yeah.
They got the whole head of the penis there.
Yep.
Oh, wait, scroll up. I just want to read that last sentence again. Wait, and they even have emojis in this one.
Yeah. This was written on somebody's phone. This is a 14-year-old boy wrote this.
I am fascinated.
Look at the size of that giant brown dick coffin.
It's body sized.
That is bizarre, man. People do.
And those guys are just leaning on that big dick.
Yeah, they are. This is their job. Every day they go and make giant dongs.
And it's weird because it's sort of like just a capsule with like a very detailed head of a penis at the top of it.
Yeah, it looks like a pornographic time capsule.
Yeah, giant pornographic time capsule.
So you open that up and you're like, there's nudie magazines in there.
Yeah, and then just a corpse.
Vibrating underwear.
Oh, do you think they buried the women with the vibrators?
Oh, they probably did. The family all gets a vibrator, and to shame her, they throw it onto her body before they close the casket.
They say, fuck you.
And everyone gets a dildo to throw.
Yeah, you throw
Shame.
dildos at the body.
That's so
The
stupid.
traditional
That is
throwing
so
of the
stupid.
dildos.
So dumb. I don't want to do that one. A Florida resident was forced to move after 120 coffins were found under the apartment complex.
Whoa.
Keeping with the coffin
More
theme.
coffins. Were they penis coffins?
Let me see the photo. Doesn't look like they were. They look like
No,
regular
that's a bummer.
coffins. That's a total bummer.
It's just
If it was
run-of-the-mill
penis
coffins.
coffins now, you could charge admission to that shit.
Oh.
So residents at a Tampa...
That would become a historical site immediately.
the penis cemetery.
It would be protected by the government. Especially in Tampa.
So an apartment complex, the residents were forced to move after a shocking discovery. Ground-penetrating radar detected what appeared to be more than 120 coffins under the apartment complex.
So, my question, why are they using ground-penetrating radar in this apartment complex in the first place?
Well, maybe perhaps they're looking for pirates' booty. I don't know.
They were either looking for booty or a body.
Perhaps they're looking for a body.
I bet you someone got murdered at this apartment complex.
And then they use the penetrating radar to find...
And
Who
they're like,
knows?
oh, no, there's a lot of bodies down there.
Who knows what they used this ground-penetrating radar on? Maybe someone reported that they heard something.
Yeah, like, I guess, I don't know what warrants the use of that other than a body, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're looking for cavities inside structures to see if there might be, for instance, you would use it at the pyramids at Giza to find out if there's what you think might be a room behind a wall, so you don't have to ruin. So you don't have to ruin the structure looking for the room. You can kind of find it with radar. But also, I'd imagine you'd use it in instances where you think, because there's a lot of sinkholes in Florida.
Oh, yeah.
Because a lot of the land has been built on like coral and this kind of crap, limestone, and
Gotta love a good sinkhole.
Yeah, so all that limestone has, some of it it has like tunnels and stuff where the water flowed through.
Yeah, it was.
So this is why there's so many houses are just falling into sinkholes in Florida. This is very common.
Jesus, why do people still live there?
I don't understand it, man.
I don't get it.
It's fucking crazy. So anyways, maybe they're using the ground-penetrating radar to see if the ground is sound underneath, and instead they find, guess what they find?
Oh, God.
A 2.5-acre segregation-era burial ground reportedly established in 1901.
2.5-acre. So segregation era, does that mean like 1940s, 1950s?
Oh, geez. I don't. At the early 1900s, right?
Yeah, early to mid 1900s, I guess. And they just forgot about this burial ground and just built on top of it? Yeah, this apartment complex has been there for 20 years. There's a quote from a resident. As a child, we had heard that this used to be a memorial site, but we paid little attention. We paid little attention to it because, at the time, we just needed some housing. Wait, so that's a gravesite over there. Yeah, but it's also a good place to build an apartment complex.
All that wasted land.
I need an apartment, and those guys aren't going to be using it.
It's very, very flat. If you can imagine, there's no stones.
Yeah, just forget about the stones.
Forget about those stones.
Forget about all the holes that have been dug up in the foundation.
And by the way, not have the decency to take out all those bodies and move them somewhere.
Yeah. Just
let the families. What about all the families? Were they not notified? They just showed up one day and there's an apartment complex where their dead relative used to be.
Well, they must have been families or people with families who don't care about them.
They're like, well, it is a pretty building. They got a pool.
Well, we did need housing. So
we did need housing.
They probably moved in.
I'll just put these flowers. It is Mother's Day. I'll just put these flowers on the steps of this new luxury building.
It's nice condos.
This is crazy.
That
is fucking crazy.
They had heard about it and they're like, let it go.
Yeah. Apparently these are black pioneers who were buried there. That's why. That's the other reason why. It's a black. They're like, it's a black cemetery. We'll just build right over it.
This is a segregation era black pioneer cemetery.
Who cares about the black people bodies? Those things don't have value. Wow. So
that's fucked
such
up.
Awful people. Just terrible.
That does sound like Tampa.
It's totally Tampa.
That's Tampa.
Fucking totally racist bullshit. Mm-hmm.
That's wild.
The housing authority is going to relocate all these people.
1,118 people live there?
While the authorities turn the cemetery site back into a memorial.
That's crazy. So they built all of this housing, let all these people establish their lives there, and then they said, get out. We forgot about the memorial.
Yeah. Wow. Could have saved everybody a lot of headache.
That's 1,000 people they just displaced because they forgot about.
And how do you know
burial ground?
How do you know who's who in the burial thing? You've removed the tombstones, right?
Yeah. Now they're just going to make it a general memorial for all of these bodies they already desecrated.
No idea. Yeah, they have no idea what the names of these people are.
And that's even more of a slap in the face because the memorial's going to be like, yeah, we remember you, even though we forgot about you for about 100 years.
Hey, but you know what? After all, we did need a tennis court. So
we did need a tennis court. We needed housing.
Come on, man.
That is ridiculous.
I know, that shit is crazy. That is crazy. Andy, this is very important information that I thought you should know because I know what you're into.
Oh, you know.
The FAA wants you to know.
I think
those guys. That's the Aviation Association.
Federal Aviation Association.
They want you to know that don't you dare put a flamethrower on your drone.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare do it.
I
won't.
Oh, we were wrong. It's the Federal Aviation Administration.
Oh, we will be close.
They're not a fan of the drone flamethrower that went flamethrower. This fucking drone flamethrower that went. Apparently, the drone flamethrower went viral. Did you see it?
I didn't see it. I missed that viral clip.
It's crazy. There's a photo of it burning down a forest. So just in case you want to know, that's what it was being used for.
Imagine if they had those in California, dude.
Oh, terrible.
There would be a lot more forest fires.
This is outrageous. It seems it was a newfound attention to this device, which allegedly throws a Spitfire 25 feet from the drone.
That looks like a long, steady stream of flames.
It inspired the agency to remind Americans that operating operating a drone with a flamethrower or another dangerous weapon attached to it is in fact illegal.
They were inspired to give that reminder.
Yeah.
How about prosecute the guy with the flamethrower?
What about that? This is all new technology. They don't know what to do with it, so they just make announcements on paper.
They were just inspired.
Hey, Kay, sign something that says you can't put flamethrowers or rocket launchers on drones.
Yeah.
What about a scythe? Could you put a scythe on the drone?
Just spin it around real fast?
Let's think about that, because farmers might use that to take down some crops.
Oh, just take it in the middle of your field. You can reap what you sow.
But I think someone could be beheaded, so we're going to have to add scythe to the list.
Yeah, you would definitely get beheaded for that.
They want you to know in the notification that they wrote that weapons and drones are a dangerous mix, in case you didn't know.
Well, then I need to take those machine guns off my drone.
Yeah, you should. I knew you were the perfect target for this article.
I've been going hunting with my drone. Just drone it into the forest, man. Gun them down.
This is unbelievable. Well, if you do this, if you put a flamethrower on your drone, you could get a penalty of $25,000.
$25,000? That's a little much.
But if a drone operator really needs to operate a weaponized drone, perhaps for the purposes of burning trash off.
Oh, that's...
Burning trash off of high voltage wires?
That's actually kind of an interesting use.
Would you really burn something that's on a high voltage wire?
Well, I guess flames, if it's a wire that has electricity running through it, I don't know. I guess it depends what kind of wire it is. If flames would have an effect. I guess it's just so no humans have to go near it.
I'm just surprised you would burn something off a wire.
Yeah, you'd probably just light the whole thing on fire.
Well, why wouldn't you have the electric company come and shut that portion off and then remove it like a human being?
Yeah, well, you don't want to shut the power off.
Good news, Andy. You can still put a 2 1/4 inch knife blade on a drone.
Dude, let's do that. I'm just gonna no, it's legal. It's 2.5, 2 1/4. Fucking measure my blade, bro. Just going around, just doing 2-inch fucking incisions on people. You're just ramming it into everybody.
You just land it right in somebody's forehead.
Yeah, imagine a drone coming at you with a 2-inch blade.
You'd probably be like, "Oh, that's so cute! It's so cute!"
Right into the goddamn dome. How much does it hurt to have 2 inches of steel rammed into your forehead?
It's like that movie Phantasm with the little ball with the thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's a classic 80s horror movie.
That's classic.
This was pre-drone, by the way.
Oh, man, I can't even imagine the world pre-drone.
I can't either. You like science, right, Andy?
I love science.
Let me shoot a little video clip of this.
It's like that scientific coil.
Ah, yes. Oh, damn, we're looking hot, baby. Look at that big old black. Okay, here we go.
Oh, I look good on camera.
You look great on camera, Andy. Andy, do you like science?
I love science.
You'll be happy to know that a new study says people who drink alcohol and coffee actually live longer.
Thank God, because I was worried for my health.
So how much alcohol and coffee do you imbibe?
Oh,
sir?
I just put the whiskey straight into the coffee. See, Irish whiskey, that's how you get through work.
This is how you get through work?
Well, not as far as work knows. I haven't done that actually, but I'm considering it.
That's great. Yes. I like both of these things. I believe that coffee intake could make you live longer.
In certain quantities.
Alcohol? Really?
I did have a doctor tell me that actually red wine was going to be good for my heart. He said you should drink red wine.
How much of it did he say?
He didn't specify. He just said a glass or two every couple of days.
The study has been going on a while. They got data going back to 2003, and it actually says people who drink moderate amounts of alcohol
there's where the problem lies.
Or coffee live longer than those who abstained. So those who had none.
Oh, abstinent motherfuckers.
I think the main point here is moderate. How much is moderate, in your opinion?
Yeah, I need to know. I would say...
Doesn't say anything.
Moderate. So moderate coffee, I would say maybe a cup...
A cup a day?
A cup a day.
Yeah, and one glass of red wine at night?
Yeah.
So if you bookend your day with a cup of coffee in the morning and a glass of red wine at night, you're going to live bonkers long, right?
Yeah, you'll be 250.
250?
That's my estimate.
Yeah, the wine and coffee longevity plan, they call this.
Yeah. It's just that nobody has that kind of dedication. No one's been able to do it.
That's right. I love this.
And see, he ends it by saying have an Irish coffee. That's what I was talking
about. Oh, I love me an Irish coffee.
Yeah,
I really
you just
do.
pour the whiskey straight into the coffee.
So here's a story about a lady who got into some trouble. She thought there was water in her ear. Turns out it was a venomous spider.
No,
that's
my worst nightmare.
Look at that venomous spider that was inside her ear. This is your worst nightmare? Really?
Can I say, by the way, my fucking cat. I was in the bathroom yesterday, and I looked down at the ground because my cat runs in, and there's just this huge spider in my bathroom, and I'm like, cat, this is what you're here for. Fucking kill that spider. You're always attacking imaginary shit. Like, I was like, and I kept pointing at the spider, and she just was ignoring it. She couldn't see it. And I was like, there.
She couldn't see it, or she chose to not?
I think she chose to do nothing. Because I was like, no, there's a spider. Fucking, this is your point. She wouldn't do it. She just walked away.
And you let her stay here rent-free still?
Yeah. In fact, she almost stepped on it and didn't see it still.
She's getting something now. Maybe it is a spider. Maybe she's earning her keep right now.
I hope so.
So this lady thought there was water sloshing around in her left ear, Andy, but water doesn't have 8 legs and pincers and a venomous bite.
This water seems to be just walking back and forth.
That's so strange. Oh, it's biting my ear. Doctors in Kansas City pulled a venomous...
Kansas City, Missouri.
Ooh, it's a brown recluse. Those ones are very poisonous.
Those are. That could have fucked her up.
Oh, yeah.
And it probably did.
They pulled it out of her ear. Somehow she kept her cool. But she's never sleeping without earplugs again, she says. Can this just happen to you, sleeping?
Yeah. Well, you know what they say is most humans take in dozens or maybe even hundreds of bugs through their mouth, their nose, and their ears while they sleep.
What the hell, man? Why do you got to say that?
That happens to all of us, supposedly.
Come on, man.
Yeah, it's very disturbing.
This is just awful. This brown recluse is a nocturnal spider that can kill you. It injects victims with a venomous fluid.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Had that in her ear?
It was already dead, apparently.
So it just crawled in and died before I could get her?
I guess so. These things can crawl into... I mean, this is freaky. I heard about you swallow several bugs over the course of a year at night.
Yeah, I've heard that one.
That's weird.
I do that on purpose, though. Just give me those bugs, baby.
This brown recluse is common throughout Midwestern U.S., and when they bite you, they'll inject necrotic venom, which kills blood cells and in severe cases can cause limb loss.
Jesus.
An Arkansas woman's leg was amputated in 2018 following a particularly nasty brown recluse bite. Their bite is rarely fatal, though.
Well, that's good at least. You just lose a limb.
And in this case, she would have lost her ear, probably the side of her head.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That probably would have really fucked up her whole head.
The idea that a fucking spider like this could crawl into my ear and just nestle.
I would be so pissed. I would hate the world. If I was like, I was just living my life and this goddamn spider got half my head removed.
This is out of control. It's just another thing I got to worry about. Yeah. What the fuck?
What are you doing to me, Jonesy?
I mean, I'm sorry, bro. I'm really... You got to forgive me. This is not... Oh, God.
That is crazy.
Let's move on. Paranormal. Storm Area 51 event pushes rural Nevada County to declare a state of emergency. Do you remember the Area 51?
Yeah, it looked like fun.
Yeah, did you want to just join in, didn't you?
I just wanted to join in the fun, man. It looked like they were having like dance parties out there.
Yeah, it looked great. I would have went.
They all had costumes dressed up as aliens.
If you don't know what Area 51 is, it's the hot spot of alien conspiracy theories, right?
Yeah, I wish I knew the truth.
So apparently there was some trouble, and commissioners in Nevada's rural Lincoln County voted to pre-sign an emergency declaration ahead of the Storm Area 51 raid event that drew more than 2 million RSVPs on Facebook. So someone creates this...
2 million.
Someone creates this Facebook event. We're going to storm Area 51, and 2 million people say, yeah, on board, click.
Let's do it. How many actually showed up?
I don't know.
You got to figure if 2 million hit going, I bet it was probably like...
40?
40, yeah. It's probably like 1,000 maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Wait,
Yeah.
what did it say 5,200?
It says an emergency declaration allows the state of Nevada to supply resources in the event the outpost of 5,000 people need help.
So
they're only prepared to help 5,000 people, but 2 million people were like, we're coming to the desert. Hopefully we have enough water.
Hopefully nobody dies. We're going to a top secret military base.
I think this was a total fail, right?
Yeah, they all just kind of stood outside of it, and the police stood there and were like, yeah, we'll murder you if you pass this line. And they're like, yeah, that's cool. We'll stay over here.
They were, apparently, in the end, they were civilized, right? Is that what was going on?
Yeah, they pretty much, it sounds like it was like a glorified music festival, but not even music. Like, they were just playing music on speakers and dancing around outside of Area 51.
It's nice to know they took it so seriously, you know? I mean...
Yeah, I mean, they had a mission, and they sort of accomplished a quarter of it.
And then, what do you believe that Area 51 houses remnants of a wrecked spacecraft?
Don't get me started. I'm sure they house something interesting. You know what my favorite theory about that Area 51 is?
Please tell me.
Because the original reports of it said that, like, the wrecked space in the newspaper said this was a wrecked spacecraft or aircraft of some kind, and that there were two very small bodies recovered.
That's what they said.
They were deformed somehow.
That's right.
And then immediately afterwards, they came out, they're like, never mind, it was balloons and there were no bodies. That was all fake news. My favorite theory is that the craft was actually an experimental Soviet craft during the Cold War that had gone down, and that this experimental craft was so small that the Russians, in order to have pilots who could fit into it, had...
Monkeys?
No, they say they were the humans who they had genetically modified. Essentially, they cut off and like fused these people's fucking limbs in like a weird way so that they could fit inside this craft. And that the craft crashed, and the U.S. government freaked out and was like, oh, it's aliens. Published a newspaper, and then like, oh, wait, no. This is some Russian shit that we can't let them know exists. So just pull all that out. And then conspiracy theories came out as a result of them hushing it.
Uh-huh. Or perhaps they were like, ooh, they knew these are Russians, but we can't say they're Russians, so let's say they're aliens.
Yeah.
Good job, buddy.
I mean, they diverted the attention. I bet you that's what it was, just a small fib to try to cover up the fact that the Russians were making some crazy shit.
These are, the theories are so hilarious to me. I mean, it's so funny.
I wish because our family's fucking related to Harry Truman. I asked my grandfather once, I was like, why did you not ask Harry Truman about Area 51?
Yeah, why did he not?
He just never thought about it. I was like, that's the only thing I ever think about.
Yeah, me too. I want some information about that.
Like, he used to have Christmas dinner with Truman. He never once said, hey, what was the deal with that old Roswell thing?
Let's do one more. Maybe two. A Bangkok woman was hospitalized after she falls over and a cucumber ends up inside her.
Talk about banging a cock, huh?
She wanted to bang a cock. Unfortunately,
she banged a cucumber.
She got the cucumber.
Wait. It ended up inside of her. Which end?
What the hell? What is this all about?
How did it get inside of her?
And then the article's about people bombing.
About bombing?
The article's about a bombing.
So what? A bomb went out, she freaked out, fell down, and got a cucumber up her ass?
It doesn't say anything of the sort. The article's all about bombing.
This article has nothing to do with...
6 bombs and 6 incendiary devices were detonated in Bangkok. What the hell does this have to do with the cucumber and the hoo-ha?
When does the cucumber come in?
Let me click on the original. Let's view the original article. Let's see if there's anything. Oh, okay. Here we go. There's
definitely a photo of the
There's
woman.
a photo of the lady on... ooh, she's got doctors looking at... He's looking on his phone, this doctor.
It looks like he's taking pictures of the cucumber in her.
He's like, oh, no one's going to believe this shit. He's like, I'm going to send this to my vegan friends. A 51-year-old Thai woman was recently sent to the hospital complaining of vaginal pain because she had a cucumber stuck inside her lady parts.
Okay. She's like, yeah, I'm feeling some pain down there.
Okay,
I should tell you I also have a cucumber stuck down there, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it.
So she told the hospital staff she fell on the cucumber. Yeah, we know what really happened.
Trust me, I know.
Yeah. This is a fib, right?
I know exactly what went down.
This is fiction. What went down? I think I know what went down.
I think I could draw a few diagrams.
She was watching her salacious soap operas, those Thai soap operas during the day.
Oh, don't get me started on those Thai soap operas.
His husband's not around.
Yeah. Ooh.
She goes into the crisper in the fridge. just to see what we got in there. Perhaps there's a carrot left over.
That would have been nice.
Maybe there's a pepperoni stick. Who knows?
Ooh, a pepperoni stick.
And then she's like, this cucumber looks girthy.
Phallic. This has got a good shape. Hey, cat, get off of there. What are you doing?
Cat's on my laptop.
She's walking on the laptop.
Oh, she changed the channel.
You're changing the channel.
What the hell?
Okay, there we go.
She says she fell down in her house and a cucumber just happened to be on the spot that she fell and it simply slipped inside her? Come on.
That is the oldest story in the book.
Yeah.
Wait. So it definitely wasn't her vagina. It was vaginal pain. Yeah, she was definitely fucking...
So the...
fucking that cucumber.
The hospital staff didn't believe her story, of course, but helped rescue the cucumber and relieve the woman of her apparently unplanned discomfort. The name of the woman is not disclosed for fear of neighborhood shame.
But they did put up a picture with just like a loose blurring on her face.
But believe me, the people that work at the local farmer's market know exactly who she is.
She's buying bundles of cucumbers every week.
She gives them a nice once-over when she buys them. This one, what do you think of this one?
Do you think this is a good shape? Why are you buying cucumbers for the shape? Well,
do you have any with a slight bend? I'm feeling experimental this week.
Any that are leaning to the left?
You can bet that there will be a few unauthorized pics and videos going around the Thai internet. Come on.
Wait, what?
What kind of hospital
is this? Like, this
is
guy's
this?
assuming that the hospital's leaking her vaginal
Sure.
cucumber photos?
Well, the man does have his cell phone out and gloves.
To be fair, there is a photo of him taking a photo.
And this photo is pretty... Who's
this photo is already fairly egregious.
She's got her legs. She's laying on a thing with her
It looks like a birthing photo.
It looks like a birthing photo. This shouldn't have even been leaked, right?
Yeah, no. This is not okay.
And this guy's obviously taken an Instagram story of her cucumber vag.
This is absurd. How did that even get out? Was there a police report?
The article ends by saying, this is my favorite part, we don't have any current reports about what happened to the cucumber. Just in case you're wondering.
I think they probably threw it away.
You think? You don't think they
didn't put it in a salad?
They didn't dice it up and add some feta and make yourself a cucumber salad?
Maybe they did, and that's why it's just like unresolved.
Maybe a Greek man took it and made tzatziki sauce out of it. And
it would have an extra kick, I'll tell you that.
It's unbelievable. The article, we don't have any information on it.
Did nobody follow up with her about the goddamn cucumber?
No one followed up with the whereabouts of the cucumber. What the hell?
I need to know. I need a picture of what the cucumber looked like afterwards.
Come on. What is wrong with you?
Talk about blue balls.
Okay, let's do one more story out of Florida because it's a weird place.
Oh, good.
The teacher tells the class a demonic energy is coming from the bathroom.
Spoiler alert, someone just took a big shit.
The demonic spirit. It's where they put the kid with Down syndrome and shoved him in the bathroom.
Minutes after the Down syndrome kid's desk was put.
How inappropriate for a teacher to refer to autism as demonic possession.
Yeah. It was possessed. There was a desk and a ghost was doing math problems.
As you would expect, wasn't that other Florida story? Wasn't that other teacher story was Florida?
That was Washington.
That was Washington. The autistic kid put in the bathroom.
Yeah, but
I would have thought Florida.
I would have too, honestly.
So a former Florida teacher, high school teacher, told his students that demonic energy came from the bathroom, and that a student was his spirit daughter and another student's spirit husband.
So he was a pedophile.
Wow, this is some crap.
What the fuck is a spirit daughter?
Let's find out what that is. Edward Tardif, age 46, is accused of holding meditation in his criminal justice classroom.
He was accused of meditating?
Having meditation in the criminal justice classroom.
Is that like against the law?
As well as trying to smoke with a student.
That's more salacious. Contacting
students on social media at inappropriate times as well.
This guy's definitely a pedophile.
This is definitely a Florida teacher.
Yeah. It's definitely the public education in Florida.
They put him on probation for 2 years, and he cannot apply for a teacher's certificate for 5 years. You gotta wait. Listen to this. It's such a slap on the wrist with these teachers.
Only 5 years?
And you're on probation. It's probably paid.
Oh, yeah.
Total paid leave.
Oh, yeah. Paid
for a fucking
leave.
pedophile. Isn't that great?
This guy got an extended vacation.
Unbelievable. He says it's totally a big misunderstanding.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
About the demonic energy part of the report, he said, yeah, I made a reference that maybe there's something evil in the bathroom, because there were kids coming out with red eyes, Red eyes.
I bet you that's what it was, too. He tried to make a joke about them being high, and it didn't play with anybody, and everyone just took it seriously, and they're like, oh, this guy's fucked up.
Yeah, he's defending himself, saying he thought that there might have been drug use going on in the bathroom. His remarks were off-key.
What a bad joke. He's like, oh, must be a demon in the bathroom, huh, boys? Because your eyes are red. Like, what?
This guy's trying to... The whole thing is so whacked. But what's with these students that he has as a spirit daughter and that he is another student's spirit husband?
I need to know more about the meditation and the spirit husband part. That's what creeps me out.
Yeah. He's obviously cracking a joke about weed being smoked in the bathroom, not the demonic spirits. But he's got himself a spirit daughter.
I bet you those were other really bad jokes that he did.
Yeah, so we need to get... We don't have the context for these terms.
Yeah, like what was his...
Spirit daughter could have been the butt of a joke sort of situation.
Yeah. Or he's like, oh, we got a lot in common. I'm your spirit husband.
And what about the meditation? Was that a bit?
Was that a bit? No, he just liked to meditate.
That was legitimate. He just wants to meditate.
Like leading your class in meditation, unless it was like really disturbing meditation, like religiously based meditation.
Like when take your pants off and let's sit in a circle.
I will lead us in a nude meditation. Take out your Buddha statues and take off your pants.
If my spirit daughter would kindly bring me the scepter.
Now my spirit daughter shall recite the ancient tome of the spirit classroom.
Please pass around the herb that gives us demonic eyes.
Pass around the demonic herb. And he did smoke with students, apparently.
And he was reaching out to them on social media as well about what?
He probably saw them with the red eyes and was like, hey, can I get in on that shit? Like, next time you guys are going to get possessed in the bathroom, could I maybe...
could I join you in the...
Hop in on that seance?
Yeah, can I... I'll bring my Ouija board. Wink, wink.
I'll bring my Ouija board.
Wink, wink. I know what you mean.
Demonic... Now I'm convinced that was him trying to, like, ask them to smoke with him without, like, saying it.
Sure.
And they just didn't get it.
Hey, demons, huh, guys? Hey.
Mind if I get some of those demon eyes?
Hey, I remember in the 60s, we had a lot of demon sessions.
And they just didn't get it. They're like, holy shit. Like, this guy believes in demons.
This guy's fucking... The kids were so stoned that they didn't... They were like,
well, that's true.
They were so stoned that there's like, he's talking about demons.
Holy fuck, he likes demons.
Maybe they dropped acid as well, and this is all it took.
If I was in this bonkers fucking class in Florida...
Thank God we never lived in Florida, Andy. I say that to myself every Friday when I do the story, Florida Fridays.
We dodged a real bullet on that.
Whew, boy.
Crazy shit happens out there.
Did we fucking ever? Well, Andy, listen, I had a great time doing these stories with you. I'm so glad that you did this.
I had a blast. I'm glad you came by.
You're really cut out for this kind of stuff.
This is what I'm here for. This is my prime.
I think you found another skill that you had no idea that you had, buddy.
I'm learning a lot about myself.
Like you're able to take in and commentate on weird news.
I need to figure out how to monetize that.
Yeah, if you can figure that out, yeah. Maybe I could figure out how to monetize it as well. That would be pretty cool. I've seen as I've been doing it for 2 years.
I could figure it out.
Like, what the fuck?
Figure it out.
Unbelievable. Yeah, we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
That was 9, 10. A lot of fun.
That's a lot of stories, man. The best one, Pyramids of Shame.
100%.
So good.
I've been thinking about that for years to come.
Oh, I'm not living in Russia, man. I owe people.
I'm never going there.
Fuck that.
Fuck me. I owe people.
Unbelievable. Andy, tell the listeners where they can get more of you.
Oh, come get me, baby.
Come get me, baby.
Come get me, baby.
Andy wants you to come and get him.
On all of the social media, I'm at Andy Southern IRL, like the direction. So fucking come find me. Tell me what you think about the pyramids.
Yeah, you should watch Andy's funny ass videos too, which he posts on a regular. And you might recognize Andy's from a previous bonus session that I did with him. Where he he told stories about the celebrity interactions that he had when he worked at a
Soul Cycle.
At Soul Cycle in Hollywood.
Yeah.
yeah. So you might have remembered him from that.
I forgot about that.
That was great. We recorded that in my car.
That was fun.
And it's such a fucking fun episode. Oh, in fact, I cut a little clip. I'll show you. Did I send it to you? I should.
No, I got to check that out.
I'll show it to you right now.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Andy. Thanks for doing this, man. And we're going to get you on again
Hell
because
yeah.
you're so fucking funny, man.
I love you all.